New year, new laws. I'm Cristian Benavides with a look at what's new this 2024.
The first antique mall in the Tupelo area celebrates a milestone. We'll check in at Relics and tell you how the economy has been impacting business. I'm Allie Martin. We'll have that story straight ahead on WCBI News.
Telling your story, WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Keely Shields, and this is WCBI News at 6. The new year isn't even a day old yet, and Oktibbeha County deputies are already investigating a death. Deputies responded to a call at 2451 Artesia Road around 2:30 in the morning. 40-year-old Calvin DeMond Tate was pronounced dead at the scene. He was suffering from a single gunshot wound. Deputies arrested Langston Jackie Spencer, 28, of Starkville, at the scene. Langston is being held in the Oktibbeha County Jail on a charge of manslaughter. Langston's initial appearance is expected tomorrow in Oktibbeha County Justice Court. Bond has not yet been set in the case. Oktibbeha County Deputy Coroner Billy Miller tells WCBI that Tate's body has been sent to Pearl for an autopsy. The new year has ushered in hundreds of new laws, now in effect around the country. Nearly half of the states raised their minimum wage, and several states enacted new gun restrictions. CBS's Christian Benavides breaks it down.
New laws in the new year served up pay raises for about 10 million Americans, many working in food services and childcare. 22 states passed laws raising the minimum wage.
That will help me with my son. He's about to graduate from high school. He wants to go to college now.
In California, it's now illegal to carry a gun in most public places, even with a concealed carry permit. It's one of several states with new gun regulations.
Nothing about a red flag law interferes with your right to the Second Amendment.
While Minnesota passed a new red flag law allowing guns to be taken from people deemed an imminent threat, and Illinois banned semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines.
Protect trans kids!
Other laws focus on hot-button issues like gender-affirming care.
Children are not mature enough to drive, they're not mature enough to buy alcohol or cigarettes or to get a tattoo. Why in the world would we allow them to remove perfectly healthy reproductive organs?
Idaho, Louisiana, and West Virginia have blocked minors from access to puberty blockers and hormone therapy. Here in Florida, it's already a law for drivers to move over a lane for stopped emergency vehicles. But now the move over law will apply when any vehicle is on the side of the road with its hazards on. And a warning for porch pirates. Anyone caught stealing packages left outside in Pennsylvania could now face felony charges. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
California's new gun law has already been challenged. Last month, a U.S. district judge blocked the law from taking effect, but over the weekend, a federal appeal court put the judge's ruling on hold.
Over the weekend here in the Deep South, a cold front came through and that made conditions today a little bit chilly and definitely breezy. Now that front is situated just off of the Atlantic coast and a high pressure system is moving in and going to keep conditions a little bit clear tonight and tomorrow. Temperature wise, we have dropped middle to upper 30s, 34 Oxford and Tupelo, 38 West Point and at the Air Force Base. We're 37 in Aberdeen and 39 in Starkville, continuing to drop through the rest of the night, heading towards the middle 20s. So make sure to bundle up before you head out there. Keely.
During the New Year's holiday, we will be putting on a cap for all the winter festivities. It's also a time of year when some believe what you eat can mean good luck in the coming year. The dishes usually consist of black-eyed peas, sweet potatoes, greens, and pork chops. Our Kamari Hamer was in Columbus and Starkville and talked with restaurant owners about why those dishes are so important during this time of year. He joins us live in the studio with more.
Keely, many people believe that what they eat today can affect their fortune for the rest of the year, and there are a few schools of thoughts on what you should eat and why.
During this time of year, most people are getting prepared for a holiday tradition. Owner of Helen's Kitchen, Kabir Kareem, and Lee Peoples, who owns the Camp House in Starkville, say certain foods have special meaning.
New Year's Day lunch and dinner is traditionally, you got pork, greens, and peas. Your pork represents your posterity, so the pig is always rooting in the ground. They're always rooting forward, so that's where that comes from. That's why a lot of Southerners eat pork on New Year's Day. The green is for money, income, and then peas are for your luck. So it's just a traditional Southern meal. You eat your grains, beans, and pork on New Year's Day, and you have luck for the year, you have money for the year, and you have posterity for the year.
Different cultures have different foods that they eat for the new year, like pomegranates to noodles to pork. But here in the good old South, black-eyed peas, collard greens, and that good old piece of cornbread is a tradition, particularly here at Helen's. Every day and every year.
Kareem believes that the tradition of one New Year's Day food started with some hard times.
History says that during the Civil War, when the Union Army came through, they took everything, but they left the black-eyed peas, so the Confederates thought that it brought them luck and it was a survival meal, normally fed to the animals, but it left them with some food to eat, the black-eyed peas, so they thought it was luck. And throughout history and tradition, black-eyed peas and greens have become luck and prosperity.
Both restaurant owners say good luck or not, the New Year's Day traditional foods are at least healthy for those that eat them.
Looks good, Mom. If you're watching this, make sure to save me a plate. The
As
largest
Relics
antique mall in Tupelo area marks its anniversary on New Year's Day. Relics Antique is celebrating 6 years in business, and as Allie Martin reports, the business is thriving because of loyal customers and vendors.
As Relics Antique Marketplace opened, John Daly was pricing albums from an Elvis collection he recently acquired. Daly owns the ep-blvd-pawn-shop, the largest dealer of Elvis Presley memorabilia in Memphis. He has had a space at Relics for about 5 years now.
One of the things I like to do here at Relics is bring the history back to Tupelo. So there's a lot of promotional pictures from '56. There's some Elvis trading cards from '56, some of the jewelry. So if you're looking for the early Elvis, this is the place to come in Tupelo.
While Daly was pricing and sorting items to sell, Tony Palmer was busy at the cash register. Tony and his wife Heather opened Relics on January 1st, 2017 in the old Tupelo Garment Company building. They lease space to vendors who sell a variety of items.
We've got a great mixture of vintage, handmade, repurposed items, traditional antiques. Our motto is we have something for everyone.
And there could be some treasures on the shelves.
We've had it happen a few times. We had one lady to buy what she thought was a print of her favorite artist for $60. Turns out it was an original signed, and it's worth over $10,000.
When Relics opened its doors 6 years ago, they had 20 vendors. Now there's 100, with 300 on a waiting list. And the sluggish economy has actually been good for business.
The economy has actually helped our business a little bit because people are buying more used items. They can buy used furniture and chalk paint it, and so it's kind of helped us so far.
Lewis Rolls owns the-precious-possum and was one of the first vendors at Relics. He says it has been a great fit.
It's like a family here. Everybody gets along. Tony and Heather are so dealer friendly. They support us. They do everything they can for us, and that makes it a great place to have a space. And we all get along. You know, we support each other. We work together. All of the vendors do.
Relics celebrated its anniversary and the new year with 3 black-eyed peas and greens, part of a Southern tradition to bring good luck and prosperity. And if the huge crowds on this New Year's Day are any indication, 2024 could be a banner year for Relics. Telling your story in Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
All vendors had specials throughout the day as part of the anniversary celebration.